The station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Tonight on your news at 9, a sonic boom heard for miles in our area. An F-16 jet breaking the sound barrier as a small private plane breached DC's restricted airspace. That plane then crashed in Virginia. The latest on the investigation. The late night accident leaves 3 people dead in Frederick County. What we know about the events leading up to a car falling into a quarry. And construction is coming to the metro this summer. We'll take a closer look at the lines being affected and how you can plan for your commute.
For a second day here, the back half of the weekend, which was really delightful. Can we continue with that upward trend of nice weather? I'll talk about that and your 7-day forecast coming up.
Thank you, Scott, and thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 9. I'm Ben Dennis. Breaking news in the DMV. A sonic boom heard for miles. A jet breaking the sound barrier after a small Cessna plane breached DC's restricted airspace this afternoon. That plane crashed in Virginia, west of Charlottesville. The latest on the investigation tonight. Here's part of that flight path showing the Cessna plane taking off from eastern Tennessee, heading toward New York. It then turned in Long Island before flying over the nation's capital right around 3 p.m. Not long after, the plane's radar went offline at the George Washington and Jefferson National Forest. Now back to that sonic boom also heard in D.C. this afternoon when an F-16 was scrambled. The Pentagon tells DC News Now that jet responded to the Cessna, its pilot unresponsive, adding that the F-16 pilot was given the go-ahead to travel at supersonic speed. They also say the F-16 used flares to try and get the pilot's attention and could have been seen from the ground, though they said there was no immediate danger to anyone below. Now here's how that boom sounded from a front porch in Odenton, Maryland, south of Baltimore. And then you'll hear how 911 dispatch calls relayed reports of that boom.
I'm sure you 387 have it, but the loud explosion was felt and heard from D.C., Prince George's County, all the way down to the 2nd Division 2 line.
Not say the Cessna plane was shot down after flares were used. The circumstances just before that crash have not been shared. It's unknown how many people were on board of the plane at the time other than the pilot. Reuters reports that Cessna could hold anywhere from 7 to 12 people. Later in the newscast, a closer look at the critical flight data the feds are poring over tonight. And there are new details this evening regarding a car crash in Frederick County that claimed the lives of 3 people. We now know the names of the victims. 28-year-old Courtney Engelberger of Kemar, Maryland, 23-year-old Rachel Willis of Dickerson, Maryland, and 65-year-old Robert Grossnickel of Woodsboro, Maryland. The 3 died when the car they rode in plunged down a ravine into the bottom of a quarry. Our Dave Laval had followed this story all day and tells us investigators may have found one key factor in this crash.
This makeshift memorial at the corner of Lehigh Road and Peter Schreiner Road has stood in Union Bridge since early Sunday morning. It's where the deadly crash took place. Crews from the company that owns the quarry installed it to prevent a similar tragedy and to keep away the curious. A sign posted early Sunday night makes it clear the public is not allowed on the property. It's part of a barricade installed at the quarry owned by Heidelberg Materials. Employees stop by to make sure people don't climb on top of the berm that has been deemed a safety issue since 3 people died in a car crash. The car landed at the bottom of the quarry after it plunged nearly 250 feet.
We haven't had a call like this ever.
Frederick County Sheriff's Office spokesman Todd Wyville said deputies received a call about the crash Sunday morning. Investigators believe the driver may have sped at the time.
So this is the scene, huh?
It appears the driver left the road, raced up the berm, got airborne, flew over the fence and crashed at the bottom of the quarry. Investigators said the unidentified driver traveled at a high rate of speed before the crash, which quarry employees said happened Saturday night.
The vehicle was upright with 2 people trapped inside. One person was ejected higher up in the quarry.
This stretch of Lehigh Road has a notorious past, said friends of the victims who did not want to go on camera. It used to be known as the drag strip because of how people would race their cars along it. Charles Green says there's another safety issue, especially at night.
No lights, none but your headlights on your vehicle.
The bodies have been sent to the medical examiner's office to determine if drugs or alcohol were involved in the crash. In Union Bridge, Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Various Carroll County units responded to the scene this morning. That investigation continues. Developing now in D.C., police need your help finding the suspects in an armed robbery that happened back in April. On your screen, recently released security video. The robbery happened on April 19th when suspects broke into a home on 13th Street in Southeast. They pulled a handgun on the victim before stealing his property and running off. A reward of up to $10,000 is being offered for any tips that help lead to an arrest. And on the move, if you are doing just that this week, something you're going to need to know before getting on Metro. Several stations in Virginia will be closed. And as DC News Now's Joseph Omo explains, that could mean quite the shakeup for your commute.
Yeah, for the next few weeks, 4 metro stations are going to be completely closed, and they're staying that way until the end of June 25th to be specific. Now, this is especially a big deal for air travelers because these stations are in the same direction towards Dulles Airport. Now, the 4 stations, take a look at the bottom of your screen, are Vienna, Dunloring, West Falls Church, and East Falls Church. All of them are in Virginia. Now, with 4 stations closed, you can see how this will throw quite the wrench in your commute. Let's bring up the Metro map here for a second. Say you're going from Clarendon right here all the way to Reston Town Center up here. What you're going to have to do is take a train from Clarendon, but then you're going to have to get off at Boston because that's the last station before the closures. Hop on a bus to McLean, a free shuttle bus, and then get back on a train and head all the way back up to Reston Town Center. Now, as always, the best thing you can do for your commute now that it'll be slightly different is use Metro's Trip Planner. You can kind of think of it like a GPS for Metro. Just type in where you're starting, where you're headed to, and it'll calculate the quickest way to get there. Reporting, Joseph Omo, DC News Now, back to you.
All right, let's take a look at a live camera here out towards, well, a couple things, actually. We've got in the foreground, we'll have Roslyn, Virginia, you've seen there. Then we have the Air Force Memorial right here, and then we have Arlington right across the Potomac River, and there are some planes out there. You can see one of them is right there where my finger is as we speak. So, yeah, it's pretty neat. They're going to come in and land here shortly. All right, our satellite and radar showing clear skies for those landings of those planes coming in to Reagan National in and around the district. We've been quiet all day, unlike yesterday, which was a little active at times, but not so much today and really not so much tomorrow. You open up the door and you head out in the city here in the district. We're looking at a temperature of about 60, 61 degrees or so in the early morning, let's say around 7:30, 8 o'clock. Mostly sunny skies, actually. That was a little typo there, but winds north at 5 miles an hour across the region. Now, you want to go out and play a little golf tomorrow? You're off. It's pretty good there. Mid-morning, about 65 degrees. Mid-afternoon, about 75 degrees. Very pleasant. Still very nice. Up around 80 degrees by the mid-afternoon. So overall, looking pretty good. And it's good for barbecues and what have you over the next 24 hours. A quiet, mostly clear night. A dry Monday, but could have a spot shower Tuesday. Pleasant temperatures all week. Potential showers for next weekend. We'll break it down for you coming up.
Looking forward to it. And in the district, workers from both large and small businesses across D.C. are now planning to unionize. The president of Metropolitan Washington Labor Council says it's a new trend in the city, and workers at Union Kitchen decided to unionize last year. But now they're threatening to boycott the company over its alleged treatment of workers.
We really didn't want to be here, but we're here unfortunately because the company has given us no other choice. They have fired or cut hours or disciplined or all of the above every single worker at the company who has become a public supporter of the union.
In Kitchen several times, they say they don't wish to talk about this case. And happening now, Costco's chief financial officer says that he's seeing a disturbing trend in grocery sales. According to the CFO, less shoppers are choosing to purchase beef or steaks. Instead, they're buying cheaper cuts of meat like poultry and pork. The Costco CFO says these buying habits typically indicate that a recession is in the works. He also says more people are buying canned goods like tuna and more store brand products over name brand. And major retailer Walmart is closing more than a dozen stores across the U.S. in 2023. You might remember Walmart's H Street location here in D.C. It closed back in March. The question being asked tonight, what does this say about the state of retail in the country? Well, Stephanie Haynes from News Nation worked to answer that very question.
We watched shoppers walk up to the doors.
It's a total shock and surprise.
Really sad.
See the closed sign and turn back around.
It's closed forever.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Walmart Neighborhood Market in Overland Park, Kansas has been closed for good.
Never in a million years they'd think this would close or see a Walmart closing. Right. And why?
It was just Walmart. Walmart's been around my whole life, and you go to Walmart for things you need, so you don't think twice about it being open or closed.
It's one of at least 20 underperforming stores nationwide. The company says it is shuttering this year, including 4 in Chicago. Other big box stores are tightening their belts. Target, Best Buy, and Macy's have all reported some brick and mortar closures. Target financials show fewer people are visiting the store, and executives expect store theft to cost them $500 million. And as more shoppers turn to online retail, we could see more stores shutter.
So we're going to see that continued pressure on retailers to close their doors, especially in those urban areas. By and large, we've just got too much retail space in this country right now.
But there's a winner in all of this, dollar stores. Now ramping up. Dollar General reportedly plans to open more than 1,000 stores this year, and Dollar Tree more than 600.
At the end of the day, Walmart and these other stores, they're not nonprofits. They're in the business to make money. And if they think a certain location can't meet their expectations in terms of profits, they're going to close the doors.